For us, what's really exciting, beyond just like training kind of more adult workforces, is bringing this education into the schools themselves. So actually today, we'll be working with a high school, a CTE program, the Harbor School on Governor's Island. And that's kind of the long-term future that I see for Vinci.
You know, how else do you get a kid in a crane, you know, to operate it, or just to look at what the operation is? You can't job shadow that without a tremendous amount of like red tape and expense. So I think it's great.
I only really knew about like water and wind turbines on ground and never really on water before. But I think it's a growing industry and I want to be a part of it.
I learned the careers and jobs that could touch into the construction and inspections of these wind turbines, such as welding, the technician, or pile driving.
So there were a lot of like different positions. There were some on boats, there were some on just in offices, there were some in educating and making like safety training and stuff like that to make sure people know what they're doing. And it's a very wide like industry, and it's very good that there are a lot of like variety of jobs that people can go into.
My dream is to be a journeyman. I do after-school welding, and my brother is also like training to be a journeyman, and just like doing something that I love forever, it just seems right.
You know, there's a lot of anxiety that maybe goes unexpressed amongst teenagers of this generation, because they're hearing over and over again these, you know, what's happening and how everything's gone wrong and how the generations that came before have messed it up. But there's not a lot of people out there who are really saying like, well, actually there are some solutions and here are some solutions and you can be a part of this. I feel like that is kind of in some ways electrifying for them and provides them with at least a sense of some optimism.
And I feel like green energy is definitely better for some things like wind, especially using wind is much better than using anything that is like harmful to any sort of living life or anything that's harmful to each other or anything that is living. I feel like if it's harmful to that, then it's not a good thing.
Green energy really is the future, that it's such like an actually growing industry, not just some like propaganda or something they keep telling us. It's actually important to the environment. It's actually important to our future and being able to live on a clean planet and being able to live off of like completely renewable resources, and that'll really benefit us in the future.